We are live, Lozzie.
We're live.
Yes.
Hopefully we sound okay.
Yeah, fingers crossed we're not chipmunks. Please let us know immediately if we are.
Scroll down quickly just to see if we are sounding like chipmunks. Let us know.
Yeah.
They're just going to say yes, we are anyway.
Yeah. Piss takers. But I am joined today by Britain's strongest master. How lovely to have Britain's strongest master in the house. Yay.
It's a fun weekend.
It was a fun
It's been a great weekend for Team Loz in general. But just got to show everyone that I'm coaching that I can still do this sometimes.
Yes, practice what you preach, Lozzie. No, it was a good weekend, and we know lots of you were there. It was such an incredible crowd for a Masters competition, I felt.
It was a brilliant crowd. Yeah, I was pretty overwhelmed. That many people came out to support. It was awesome.
It was very good. Right, let's just quickly check the comments to make sure. Jane, I was tempted to shout lesbians assemble. I'm glad you didn't, Jane.
Jane, thank you very much for the chocolate as well.
Oh yes, we enjoyed a little bit earlier. Thank
Alexa
you, Jane.
was pestering me for it.
Yeah, she was. Who have we got with us today? Good evening, everyone. Congrats, Loz. Woot woot. So proud of you from Hip Flipping Mama.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yes, we don't usually do a live on a Monday, but
it is a bank holiday.
It's a bank holiday in the UK. I think it's a public holiday in the USA as well. It's Memorial Day, isn't it? So there you go. And a lot of people were asking us to do one yesterday, but Loz was there all day yesterday as well for the England's Strongest Man qualifier. So you were exhausted
up a little bit with some clients and stuff, and I just I got home, I sat on the sofa, and I was like, I can't do a live tonight.
No, we would have just been like two blobs. You'd have been over there with us on the sofa.
I took the little one to the park earlier, and I was walking at a snail's pace. Just tried to get a bit of movement in.
How is the body feeling?
There's no sort of injuries or anything. I just feel a little bit battered and bruised, but a little bit sore. 2 years since I last competed, and 6 events was quite a lot of events to do. And there were some tough events. The Viking walk, because it's one of those events you've got to push like as far as you can.
Yeah,
it's not an event you can hold back on.
No.
By the end of that, the legs were a bit jelly-like, and I didn't say this to many people, but I actually had a bit of a small quad tear.
Yeah, about
4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I had to stop kind of squatting completely.
You were going to pull out of the competition.
I almost pulled out at that point, and I was like, okay, we'll just try and do what I can. So my legs are nowhere near as strong as they used to be as well, but
my legs are fragile.
They're fragile. the whole body's fragile. Yeah, I was like, damn, that was an event that was much tougher than expected. But we got through. It was one of those events where the game plan went out the window. It was like, okay, I messed up the throw.
So you didn't even have the advantage of going later. So we didn't know how it would hold up, because it didn't feel like it went great, did it? Obviously you won, but
it was just one of those tough events. But it's a conversation I've had with so many clients in the last few days, because nothing ever goes to plan in a competition.
No,
it's very rare that you go to comp and everything goes to plan.
Of course.
And I've been to so many comps where people come up to me and they're like, oh, I was much better in training, or I did this in training. It really doesn't matter what we did in training. I could turn around and say I was better in training, but it doesn't matter. It's about what you do on the day, and you just got to get on with it.
Yeah,
and move on. And managed to do that. I was very happy with how I performed. I know I can be a lot better still, and by the worlds I intend to be. But it was just an amazing experience this weekend for me. Like, it was just fun. I had so much like love and support there.
It was really nice.
Alexa was amazing.
Oh, she absolutely loved it. Like, your victory is her victory. The way she sees it.
We're off to the gym tomorrow. She's like, she wants to go to the gym tomorrow.
Oh, since then she's been like, Mummy, I now know what I want to do. I want to be a professional athlete. I want to be a strong woman. I want to do this. I want to do that. I was out. She's got the bug. So there we go. Toby was there, got a little bit sunburnt. Callum was there and he enjoyed meeting you, Lozzie. Jane was there. She met both of us. Oh, and also Catherine and Nicola as well. Nicola, bless Nicola. As we were leaving, she had a picture of Alexa. She's like, oh, Alexa, I'm a big fan of you and your YouTube channel. And Alexa's like, yes. And then like she put something in her mouth for the picture. I think it was the stick of her balloon. She's a bit shy. There we go. Where are we? Well done, Big Loz. Great day out. 8 hours standing was tough. Not as tough as walking 100 miles. LDWA style, which my wife and I used to do at Whitstone. Oh, goodness. It was, the only thing I would say I would have liked a chair. A lot of smart people did bring chairs. I mean, I'm complaining. I was sat down at back.
Let's think though, right?
Yeah.
This competition was like small scale.
Yeah, I
Imagine
know.
being at World's Strongest Man having to stand all day.
Imagine about it, Lozzie. I've done it. Yeah.
It's
it's true. Yeah.
I think we're sort of so used to like the Giants Live arena shows.
I'm used to
now.
sitting these days. Yeah, no, to be fair, we
But
always
it kind
used
of reminded
to
me
stand.
of an older show.
It did.
In terms of being outside. I love the fact it was outside, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I like it outside. And someone said, "Oh, back to car park competitions," but it wasn't a car park, was it? To be fair, it's an actual area where events take place.
You have to remember this competition is extremely low budget. You know, it's not got the funding from Worlds or Giants Live or anything. The guy that ran it, AD, is a small promotion that's kind of trying to bridge that gap.
Yeah.
To allow the up and coming athletes the opportunity to get to the Giants Live shows and the bigger qualifying shows, and that's what the competition on the Sunday was all about.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Lynn Morehouse.
Lynn Morehouse made
There
it to a Talking Strongman Live. And speaking of promoters, Lynn, obviously, he runs the show at OSG, doesn't he? He is the man behind the magic there, and very, very hardworking man and a good friend of ours. So nice to have you with us, Lynn.
We'll see you at OSG.
Yes,
hopefully we'll see him before then, but.
Yeah. Will you be in London for the Europe's one, Lynn? Surely.
Europe's, not Europe's. Oh,
yeah, Europe's OSG.
Yeah. Sorry.
Come on now,
I thought you meant Europe's Strongest
Man. No. Joe, new member. Thank you so much for becoming a member, Joe. We will. We're going to Istanbul this week, which is very exciting, isn't it? So we'll do a members only video for that, just because we're. Something like the more private stuff that we wouldn't want necessarily everyone to see, the wider public, we're keeping that to members only, aren't we? So we've done a couple recently, a day in the life, and also our weekend at Alton Towers with the family.
I had a message earlier from someone saying, did you happen to be at Alton Towers a few weeks ago?
Well done, the Masters.
Although I swear I saw Hector Salamanca there.
Yeah, he's going to be, look, Liz, that's Hector Salamanca. I was like, Loz, it's not man, leave him alone.
He looked like the spitting image. I almost went over and asked for a photo.
Regardless if it was him or not. Oh dear. Loz, you made the Yoke into Farmer's Walk look so easy. Yeah, it was nice to see you do well on that, because obviously they were always good events for you, but the Yoke was also what you got injured on, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. The farmers were quite a hard set of farmers as well. A lot of people struggled with them both days. The open guys, the younger lads that competed on the Sunday that have qualified for England's Strongest Man were struggling out as well.
Yeah.
But I picked it up and my grip felt rock solid, so I was quite happy with that. And I think as the confidence comes back, I can still shave 3 seconds off, so I can be quicker.
You can be quicker. Thank you, Liz and Loz, for having a picture of me and the wife after comp on Saturday. You're very, very welcome. I had to shoot off because I had to get the kids home. I had everyone with me. Congrats to Jack as well. Yeah, so Jack came second at his competition yesterday.
Did amazing.
And also you have Matt Diamond, who you coach.
Matt Diamond from Wales was competing at UK's Strongest Man today, and he came second there. Paul Smith ended up taking the win, defending his title. But yeah, Matt is very much unknown to a lot of people. Been working with Matt for about half a year now. He's put some serious improvements in that time. So yeah, we were kind of like, his training had gone really well, and we were confidently challenge for that podium.
Yeah,
but to come in second is amazing.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's really good. It's a tough competition.
It's a very tough competition.
3 days of competing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's an important one. Liz, you have amazing hair. Thank you.
Look who's in the house.
I invest a lot of money into my hair. Fred, I can't call you Daddy Fred. So congrats, Loz. Thank you for the super chat, Fred. Can't wait for OSG to see you do it again. Oh yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, evening, everyone. Yes, OSG.
How are you doing, Fred?
And a change of scene at OSG this year, obviously West Virginia instead of Florida.
Yeah.
Charleston, West Virginia, to be precise. So
that's where my first Worlds was.
Yes, yeah, which is hopefully a good omen for the Masters this year. But God, it's going to be a tough competition by the sounds of it.
We don't know who's entered yet.
But
it's always tough. It gets tougher every year.
Absolutely. Paris, congratulations, Loz. It was awesome to see you again. Me and my partner were very starstruck to meet you. What an effort from Kieran Stewart, by the way, in second place and doing the 180 kilo stone. Was his name Kieran?
I think it was Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie Stewart. Yeah.
But yeah, he was awesome.
He was really good, like really, really good, wasn't he? He was very impressive.
I can check up.
Loz is going to check his name so we don't get it wrong. tears quad, almost pulls out, wins, refuses to elaborate. That's Loz.
Do you know what? And I mean this with respect, but a lot of people are soft that get into the sport of strongman, that think it's easy. So a lot of people think strongman's easy. I want to be a strongman. If you want to be a strongman, you have to be able to cope with a serious amount of pain.
Yeah.
The top strongmen have a ridiculous pain threshold.
Yeah.
And their ability to just dig deep. If you want the easy life, don't do strongman.
Who do you think's got the best pain threshold out of the strongmen? I have my answer.
What, current strongmen or all time?
Currentish. Last 5 to 10 years.
I think lots of them have incredible.
I think Mikhail Shivlikov.
You say that he is mentally extremely tough.
Yeah,
but like it depends on.
He carries on injured.
No, he does, but it's not just pain threshold. It's like, your ability to cope with different types of coping with an injury and coping with pain. I'd say all of them to a degree are very mentally tough. You don't get to that level without it
being soft.
If you're soft, you're not going to make it at that level. Certainly not consistently.
20% off Nando's was a nice touch. Oh, there you go. Honestly, can't believe of how good a show they put on for £5 tickets. Yeah, to be fair, it was so cheap, wasn't it? You could take the whole family for £20.
I thought it was James.
James, there you go. James Stewart was.
I'll tell you who impressed me was Glenn Cutler.
Yeah,
in third. Glenn Cutler is.
He was a 105, wasn't he?
He is a 105.
Yeah,
maybe weighed in a little bit heavier for this, but he's essentially one of he's competed in a lot of top under 105 comps. Rapidly fast he was on the yoke.
Yeah,
you see how quick he was going on that. His
good.
Deadlift was awesome as well.
Yeah,
really performing really well. And like people, and I mean this with respect as well, because some people say, "No, if Mark Felix entered, he would have. It would have been a different result." The guy that placed 6th in this competition beat Mark 2 months ago at a Masters comp.
Yeah,
strongman is very much event dependent, and you've got to turn up and do the best you can. And every comp is different. That's why a lot of guys can beat each other. It all comes down to events: who's in the best shape on the day, who doesn't make mistakes. I was pretty dominant on most of the events, but I made a mistake and it made it a lot more exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
and that happens in strongman. You just have to move on. Like I said in the video, if anyone watched that, you can't dwell on the mistake. Sure, after the comp, you can look back and think, okay, I need to improve. But while you're competing, you just got to move on to the next event.
Lynn will be coming to Europe, so there we go. We get to see Lynn in the summer as well. What a treat. Loz, what do you think of Mitch's Tom Platz record attempt?
That was awesome. I was talking to Mitch, about training, and he wanted to focus a little bit more on conditioning. So I decided to put some 20 rep squats into his program, and I kind of in my head planned like an 8-week phase of 20 rep squats. So we'd go 20 reps 1 week, back off the next week. 20 reps back off, 20 reps back off. I think 3 weeks in, he decided, right, that's enough. I want to just break Tom Platz's record.
Yeah.
And he went and did it. His endurance is incredible. That was hell of a set.
Paul, thank you so much for becoming a member. Hip flipping mama. When you live in Britain, how close are you to everything in Europe, like Paris, Istanbul, Italy? Yeah, not far.
Istanbul's like a 4-hour flight.
Yeah, that's a 4-hour flight. Paris.
You can get on the train. You can get on the train.
Yeah, you can get a train to Paris. To be fair, can't you? The Eurostar. Yeah, so we do have a lot of options. There are some budget airlines that make it really cheap. To be fair, it's cheaper to fly on a budget airline to a lot of European cities than it is for us to get a train to London. And we only live an hour outside of London. Like public transport in the UK is crap and expensive, but to actually get around Europe isn't so bad. It depends, Yeah. If you want to fly with a nicer airline, it pushes up the cost a bit. But if you're happy for an hour flight, it doesn't matter, does it? Jason, thank you so much for becoming a member. Who have we got? Why do you think Max Atlas Stone is rarely in competition? Seems like a great test of strength.
Because you'd need a lot of Atlas Stones.
Yeah.
That's probably like, what kind of jumps do you do?
Yeah,
it's a difficult one because you can't really micro load an Atlas Stone.
No, you can't.
It becomes much heavier very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So you'd end up just getting an extremely large amount of people tying on an event like that. So that's probably the main reason. It's not like you can just add some small plates to an Atlas stone. And I like the fact that, to be honest, I prefer seeing Atlas stone done for like as a different event. I get bored of just max weight events all the time, and it would become an extremely dangerous bicep event.
Yeah. Callum asking how many more deadlifts you think you might have had left in you if you had to really push it.
I think if I really had to, I could have done 2 more.
Yeah.
So I did 8. I think I could have done 10.
Yeah. There you go. Martha, thank you for the super chat. Are you going to eat a treat now, Loz?
I've been eating some treats anyway.
So, am I going to stop?
I've not been, holding back as such. I actually put a little bit of weight on for this competition. I'm going to spend the next 12 weeks actually losing a few more pounds. Not like a drastic amount. I'm going to tidy up my nutrition a little bit more for the next 12 weeks. And I sort of want to stay around 130 to 135 kilos. I'm really happy around that kind of weight. I feel fit. I feel reasonably strong. Yeah. But the fact that I feel good in myself at this weight is nice. When I start going up to sort of over 150 kilos, and then I've been as heavy as 170, I'm extremely strong in terms of like my leg power and pressing.
But pretty fat.
Oh, very fat, and just not just like the fatness; it's the discomfort of life. You're walking is painful, breathing is painful. I start breathing like Auntie Liz is right now.
I'm getting over a cold.
You are.
How dare you? I still have a blocked nose.
just warning you. So just kind of at 135, I feel good. I'll probably just drop down to about 130 for the summer. And then for OSG, probably go back up to about 135, 136.
Clint, thank you for the super chat. Congratulations on the win. Have you watched the movie Deliverance yet?
I haven't. No.
Maybe it will be on the aeroplane when we go to Istanbul and you can watch it there. There you go. I will let you guys
report
know.
Back.
Yeah. Tom Outdoors. Congrats, Loz. Great to meet you on both days and Liz once. Thanks for taking the time.
No worries at all, Tom. It was really nice to meet people, and thank you for letting me focus on the comp that, I wanted to put in a good performance. So I was trying to make sure as soon as an event was done, I was just back to my area, just sat down, chilling with my friends and my physio, who, by the way, I've got to give him a mention.
Oh, he's worked so hard, hasn't he? Putting you back together after each event.
John Williams is just the best. He's so laid back in his approach as well. He works with some incredible athletes. He's worked with like British athletes, and he understands sport himself. He's got like a sporting background himself, so he kind of takes the piss. He'll joke around, like he'll tease me and say, "Oh, you're in great shape for a man that's killed your body for 20 years." But it's never like, he's not the kind of person that say, "Oh, stop doing this," or "You can't do this." It's like, we'll work around it best we can and get you in the best shape that we can. Yeah. And I'm seeing him tomorrow. We're putting a plan together to get me as fit and healthy for like really challenging OSG. I know I need to be a lot better still to challenge there, but I feel I can be. Yesterday, the weekend was a good confidence boost. I feel like my body held out pretty well, and I think I can still make good improvements between now and then.
Tom also super chatted. Thank you so much, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Awesome comp. Got in the video too, as I was behind you during the Yoke and Farmers. Met loads of lovely athletes, and it was worth the long drive from Essex. Oh, that is a long drive. Oh, thank you for coming so far. But it was very overwhelming, wasn't it? Where people, they flew over from, I can't remember where it was, like Netherlands or something like that. They flew over to watch.
It's awesome.
Which I think is quite incredible. This
just shows the popularity of Strongman is growing so much.
People driving up from Cornwall, which is a bit of a trek as well, isn't it? There you go, Toby. Yes, train prices are crazy. Hey, Loz, you left your big mark top at the comp on Saturday. Your big mark top.
I can't remember.
I don't know what top.
I was like so busy after the event. I was meeting people, and you ended up packing my stuff for me, I think.
Oh,
but then,
I see. Blame me. Mihail, thank you so much for becoming a member. And Tim, thank you for the super chat.
Yes, indeed. We will have things coming up for the Shore Classic. It's that's going to be a great event.
It's, I think when he initially announced the lineup, we were at an event. I think we were at Clash on the Coast, so it was just horrible timing. But yeah, we definitely will, because we are excited for the short classic. It's looking really good, and if everyone trains for it and turns up in shape, it's going to be madness. Then we got
the Royal Albert Hall next, so that's
Yes,
the kind
we
of
have,
the
yeah.
main focus. But we will be focused on the short classic as well after that one.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen his death by deadlift challenge?
Yes.
Mitch's.
Yeah.
Is it good? Does he do it?
He doesn't do what he was hoping to do,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was still very impressive.
There you go. Ooh, that's a great film. There you go. Cousin Fred. There you go. Thank you, Fred. Is this better from my name? This is perfect. Cousin Fred is lovely. There
Very
you go.
good. Very good.
Stay as Cousin Fred. Well done. Oh dear.
Was that one?
This one?
Yeah.
Jane, it was great to get a photo of Gav, looking promising for him to be at the Shore Classic.
Yeah, it's good that he's been announced as a reserve, and there's a very good chance he'll get in as the reserve.
Yeah, definitely.
It's cool to see Gav down on Saturday as well, supporting everyone.
Yeah, it was really nice actually, because obviously I was filming that, and I was filming from like the crowd's point of view, and I could see Gav in the background and like genuinely happy for you when you did well on an event. So
he's just a cool guy.
Yeah, he's lovely.
I saw a comment saying, "Oh, it looked like Gav was in the crowd, but it can't be because Liz didn't get an interview with him." It was like, sometimes you just got to let people just enjoy being there.
Yeah, to be honest.
And Gav's going to be getting people going up to him all the time in that.
Yeah, he doesn't need me as well, does he?
No, like we're friends with Gav. It's not like there's no. Sometimes we just like to let the strong men chill.
Yeah. I don't want people to avoid me because they know they're going to have a camera shoved in their face every time. That would make me sad. God, Liz is back. Can you imagine?
Bloody Liz again with the camera.
Bloody Liz. We took the ferry and drove over from Holland. Oh, yes, Eva. Yes. It was you I was thinking of. I couldn't remember. It was a great weekend with Loz winning and meeting him and the other athletes. We had a blast. And Tom got his big Loz shirt. That was the one. Do you remember? Eva bought a T-shirt for Tom.
Yeah. Oh, you got it. That's
the competition.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes,
And it didn't make it. It got redirected back to us. So I bought it to give to Eva in person. And I'm glad he got it. There you go. Loz, any plans on getting stem cell treatment in the future?
Oh man, I'd love to. If anyone wants to, any stem cell treatment companies want to sponsor me to get it done, then that'd be great. It's very expensive.
We need a stem cell sponsor.
If anyone knows or any good contacts that could kind of, maybe we could kind of put a video out for them or something.
Yeah, we're willing to travel to Colombia.
Yeah, unfortunately, strongman doesn't pay like some other sports, and when you've got 3 kids to focus with on a house, my body is not so important.
And you're married to me.
Yeah, you're married to Liz.
Most expensive of all. Clint, how long does it take to drive across the UK? It's so.
If you went from bottom of the UK to the top of Scotland, it's going to take 14 hours.
Probably, if you went from the very southwest to the very top of Scotland.
Yeah. When we drive up to the Highlands, it's about 8
to 9 hours. Yeah, it's not that far in distance, but driving in the UK is so different to say Australia or the USA, because our roads are just so bloody busy, aren't they? Yeah. There's just so much stop and start the whole time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just takes a long time to get anywhere. Ryan commenting for the algorithm. Really enjoying the programming Loz has been doing for me. Me and my girlfriend like to compare our predictions to your videos.
Who's getting closer of the predictions?
Yeah.
To be fair, we've been pretty good.
We are good. But
it's true, we are.
Yeah, I think we do good predictions. Like a lot of thought goes into them. It's never, we try not to put personal feeling into it, don't we?
I think I know a lot about strongman.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to get it that wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. How wrong can we possibly be?
Yeah.
Will there be more Masters comps? Would like to see you and Brian in a Masters World's Strongest Man.
It'd be cool to see Brian do it. I'm trying to put the seed into Darren Sadler's head to do a Legends Strongman competition.
A Giants Live Legends competition.
Of a fun comp.
Yeah.
Putting a show on for the crowd with people like, I don't know, Derek Poundstone, Terry Hollands, myself, Felix, Brian Shaw.
Yeah, sort of masters weights.
Maybe like someone like Magnus Samuelsson if he was interested.
Yes, Phil Fister.
Yeah, the kind of guys that they're still strong.
Yeah.
But we don't want to do the ridiculously challenging, I don't someone saw a video of me doing like the 300 kilo. I did 300 kilos in training for 5 a few weeks ago. And this guy was like, really good, going to attempt the 505 this year.
Like, what? No.
What kind of crazy mind do you have to think that that's even possible?
It's a hell of a leap, isn't it?
I did 300 for 8 at the competition, and I genuinely believe I could maybe push to 10, but it's going to get ugly. So that would probably say, I don't know, I was in a suit as well, half a suit. It was a baggy suit, but it was half a suit. Plus I had straps on. So, I'd probably say my top end deadlift right now, if I really had to push it, was around the 370 to 380 mark. By Worlds in December, I'd like to be pulling around the 400 kilo mark, which is a monstrous weight. I know, like, we can almost get warped by how many guys are doing that now, but it's a monstrous weight. To go from 400 to 500 is mind-boggling. It's like trying to take the 4-minute mile down by, half a minute. Yeah, what you're trying to do is it's not going to happen. Such a huge leap, especially when you're that good. The gap gets smaller and smaller and smaller. I still don't personally think anyone's going to pull 505 this year. To ask me to do it, or to think I've even got the hope in hell of doing it,
it's like saying I might be able to pull 250 kilos this year.
It's just not going to
happen, is it?
And I'm cool with it. I don't want to pull 505.
I don't want to pull 250.
I've set that goal. I'd like to get within 90% of my best. So for me, that needs to be up around the 400 kilos mark.
Yeah, but the Masters World's Strongest Man is official Strongman Games, isn't it? Which will be happening the first weekend of December. I think it's the 1st to the 3rd, a 3-day competition. Last year it was won by Zadrunas it's the second time winning that one, but he has won 3 Masters World titles because I think he won an Ultimate Strongman one.
He has,
So, but he was tied on points with Rauno, so it'd be good to see Rauno back. There's a good chance JF Karan is going to do it this year.
There's loads of great guys like
Jerry Pritchard's Dimitar Sabatino.
There's a lot. Travis Ortmeyer. Who knows? A lot of the thing with the Strongman Masters is who's not injured at the time.
Who can make it? In one piece.
So like all of us can have the right intentions, but it's getting there is the issue.
Absolutely. Devon is someone to talk to about stem cells, apparently. Devon Lara. Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Do you think Hicks is making the right call to go for 505, Lazo?
Do I think Hicks is making the right call to go for 505? I think him focusing on one thing is probably good for him.
Yeah.
I think Hicksy has a better chance being solely focused on something rather than trying to do too much. I love Hicksy. I think he will pull something massive. I personally don't think he pulls 505. Doesn't mean I don't want him to. Doesn't mean I won't be supporting him. I'm just giving an honest opinion. And if he sees this video and says, I'm going to show him and it makes him go and pull it, then even better.
Yeah.
Look who's in the chat.
Who is in there? Oh, look. Mr. Mitchell Hooper is in the chat. Hi, friend. Ashley sent me a video of the whole family sat around on the Sunday watching the video of you competing. Funnily enough, though, it was about 10 seconds before you messed up on the bag top. So it's such a shame we could have had a live reaction to you catching it. It's so funny because it's one of those things you'd always say, why'd you bloody catch it? But when it's yourself,
someone messaged me about that. They were like, what? Why? Like, I bet you wouldn't tell your clients to catch it.
No, of course not.
It's like, no, but I care about their bodies. I don't care about mine.
I'll just catch it. What was that, a 26 kilo bag?
It's 24. It's the one before.
Oh, was it?
And it's punishment for being stupid enough to miss it in the first place. Do you know, I've trained that bag quite hard, and in training, beat my training partners all the time on it.
Yeah.
2 of them beat me the next day with the time because they didn't mess up. But
it's typical, isn't it?
I said before the comp, it's one of those events you could run 10 times and have 10 different results. It's not like some events where you pretty much guarantee. I'm sure Mitch will probably say the same. It's such an easy event to mess up.
Of course.
And you kind of have to think tactically, like, right, am I going to go flat out and try and win it? Which I thought in my head I was going to try, because at the time I was thinking, okay, I'm in a good lead. If I smash this event and I smash the walk, I'm probably not going to have to do the stones.
Yeah.
Which is a nice position to be in.
That would have been lovely, yeah.
And I was thinking in my head,
Wishful bloody
it'd be a good position to be in if I can make it happen.
Yeah.
So I thought, sod it, I'll go for it. And worst case, if you mess up a bag, I'm still going to come reasonable. I knew I was very confident that I could do all the bags.
Yeah, of course.
So it was never going to be a disaster.
No.
But James happened to do really well and win it. So, and I came 7th on it.
You dropped a lot of points.
So I dropped quite a few
you
points.
Went from like an 8-point
when there's
lead.
20 people in a competition, it's easy to make a mistake. But I won the next event, and then I knew I just needed to do 4 stones to secure the victory. So I was always in a good position. I just needed to make sure I worked hard on that Viking walk.
Yeah. Rob, thank you for the super chat. Hey guys, awesome performance on Saturday, Loz. So cool to meet you both finally. Do you think Evan can beat Mitch on the yoke at the Royal Albert Hall?
No.
No, and we're not saying that because he's here, but no. If I had to put money on
if Mitch is the best at yoke ever, and I believe I'm the second best at yoke ever, and that's.
Have you and Evan gone up together? And
yes.
Yeah, you have, and you beat him.
Yeah, but Evan is better than me now. If I went head to head with Evan now, he would beat me.
Yeah.
But I know how good I was at yoke at my best.
Yeah.
I know how confident I was at yoke at my best.
Yeah.
And I still know that Mitch is better.
Yeah, he is, to be fair. And it doesn't matter the weight, the distance,
not because
the turns,
I coach him or anything like that. It's not because he's in the chat.
He's just proven it.
His ability to go from 0 to full speed is quicker than I've ever seen anyone.
Yeah.
It's just...
There's no plodding.
And I'm pretty sure most other strongmen that have competed against him would agree with me.
Yeah, they would.
Like, Mitch is the best at yoke.
Yeah, he is.
I wish I was still the best at yoke, because it's nice to be the best at something. But when someone comes along and they surpass you, you just have to think, damn, that's really good.
And you're right. His acceleration is crazy. When we were in, it was a much lighter weight than competition weight. But when we were in Florida, and we went to that gym with Mitch and Rauno, and you had some guys there training yoke. I've got a little clip of Mitch with this yoke, and it seriously looks like I've sped the video up because his legs move so quickly. It's almost comically fast. Yeah. I think, didn't Mitch go a second or two faster than Evan using the same weight, same distance in a little training video sort of war thing?
Yeah, but I always go on what people do in competition.
And Mitch wins it in competition.
What Mitch has done on the yoke in competition, it would take him messing up to get beat.
Yeah, right. This is absolutely unacceptable. Hi, Rauno. 99% I not go masters. Have other competitions, same time. We'll see. I do not know what could possibly be more important.
If Rauno does go to Worlds, who do you support more, him or me?
Is that even a question? The way I see it, I cannot lose because I either have my lovely husband win or my one athlete. It was so funny when Rauno was saying, if Loz compete next year, for you it will be complicated. I can cheerlead for 2, it's fine.
Yeah.
I want you to win. Because then I get to keep the trophy.
He'll probably let you keep it anyway.
No, he wouldn't. He'd say, fuck you.
Yeah. Thank you, Rauno. He messaged me about something.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
What?
Stem cell treatment.
Oh, there you go. Rauno's got 505 to pull. Yeah, and he's got plenty of time to recover after that.
Rauno is still a master that can compete at the top level. We just see what he did with that stone against Brian Shaw at World's Strongest Man. He's got the Deadlift World Championships coming up. He needs to focus on that. He's going for 2 world records this year. He's going for the 18-inch deadlift world record and the deadlift world record.
Yes.
And he also happens to have the best deadlifting Bible on sale at laurenshahlaei.co.uk if you guys are interested in doing it. I've been using it, and already my deadlift is improving. I did win the deadlift at my competition.
Yes, you did. So there you go. But yes, and we will be there in Estonia in July for Rauno's 18-inch attempt. Ivers is going for it too, apparently.
Ivers has no hope in hell of beating Rauno at a deadlift.
No, I know, but still, it's nice that Ivers.
It's cool that Rauno. It's cool that Ivers is going to be there.
Yeah.
But that's like saying I'm going to beat Rauno at deadlift. It's just not going to happen.
I was thinking more of the social side.
It's also like saying Rauno could beat me at Farmer's Walk. It's not going to happen.
Wow.
When you know these guys, we know what we're good at,
of course.
And none of us are beating Rauno on a deadlift, especially an 18-inch deadlift.
Look who else is in the house. Here we go. The world's strongest man. Hello. Congrats, Loz. We like this idea to get the whole gang back together at Masters. Lynn needs to get on this ASAP.
Definitely. Guys, if you want to see us old boys competing, let's Let's make it happen.
We need a legends competition. Well, Strongest Man, maybe you could branch out, do more than one show a year. I don't know. If you can catch the bag on the way back down, you should really nail that one, mate. It's true. It's a lot.
It went high enough. It just didn't go over the damn thing.
Your trajectory was all off, wasn't it, Loz?
Yeah.
There you go. There we go. Book your tickets for Giants Live Legends. It doesn't exist yet. Wow. Loz, what did you think about the women's UK comp? Obviously, it was UK Strongest Woman this year.
I haven't had a chance to see it, but I saw that Rebecca won, which didn't surprise me in the slightest. I knew it would be a battle between Rebecca and Lucy. Those two were probably head and shoulders above everyone else in that contest. And I think the events were always going to favour Rebecca. She's awesome. But Lucy's deadlift was unbelievable as well.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the British women's comp at the end of September, because that's going to have all the top women in.
Yeah, that would be really good. We're going to be there for that, aren't we?
Be there for that.
And also the competition on the Sunday.
Both of those are going to be in it. Rihanna Lovelace is competing in it.
Andrea,
Donna.
Yeah.
That is going to be...
Annabelle, is she back yet from injury? I think she was down.
I hope so. It'd be good to see Annabelle.
Yeah, I think she had something with her knee. It would be good to see Annabelle back. Ooh. Not Mitch, Evan. Rauno, my heart is broken.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Rauno. You are so adorable. I loved your doll. What's a doll?
Someone sent him a membership.
There you go. Rauno is now a member. The doll we had made, it wasn't made of Rauno, was it? It was made of us for Rauno. There you go. I got another present for you, Rauno, that you'll be very excited to receive. Haven't I, Loz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to read this out on the live? So I've got a message off Mitch. That's all.
I have an announcement. What is he saying?
If he's still in the
I have an announcement. I'd like a live reaction to.
Okay.
Oh, World's Strongest Man, working on it. There you go. See, don't ask, don't get. Lots of people want to see a Legends competition. Just waiting on this announcement from Mitch. Thank you for you.
Oh my goodness. I can see what's coming here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He's a dick.
No. We
Literally.
Just got an
No, you don't need to say.
Something that was unsolicited. Presumably not Mitch's. Absolutely disgusting. I thought he was going to make an announcement. I know. Jesus Christ. Stand back. Right, moving on quickly.
Nice tan, Mitch. Nice tan.
Yeah. Tell him to bugger off. Oh, there you go. Callum, Rauno's Deadlift Bible is very good. Well done, guys.
Thank you, Callum.
Lovely. Oh, you gave it a waiver. Just saw you now have Team Liz shirts. I want one, but do I dare order again? The international fans want more masters and a legend show. Yes, we want that. Dick or Jeep, yes. And it was not a vehicle. But it was also definitely not Mitch.
Mitch has lost weight.
Yeah, I was going to say he got skinny and dark. Oh, dear.
Yes, there's Auntie Liz merch now, isn't there?
There is. I haven't announced it yet because I was just getting some nice graphics made for it and everything. But we will do some posts about it on our Instagrams soon, won't we, Loz?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, the long-awaited Team Liz shirts are finally here. Oh, Big Bang Berry is planning on making a Papa Rauno shirt for the
Deadlift challenge.
Yes, in Cardiff. Yes, please do. I will take another one, please, because Big Bang Berry made my Everyone Loves Rauno top and your Backlift Boys top.
Awesome.
It was so funny though, because he met us outside the hotel and Rauno's there and I'm like, look, Rauno, isn't this lovely? And you know what Rauno's like? He's like, oh, very nice.
So Rauno's letting us down a few times this year.
He's letting us down. He was going to come to Scotland with us and now no OSG either. This is unacceptable. How many times will we see you? What, once? What sort of a best friend are you?
We're going to see him in Cardiff, and
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
see him in Estonia.
Oh, yeah. And he didn't come to Europe. We haven't seen him this year.
Haven't you got like a Rauno merch as well? A Rauno top.
Oh, do you know what? I've made a top that says, anyway, comma, shut up. I'll send you one of those as well, Rauno. Oh, Lynn, didn't realise my account was set to not allow gifted membership. I fixed that if anyone else wants to help a poor strongman promoter. Times are hard, man. What is it? A few pounds? Oh, dear. Yay, just ordered my merch. Can't wait to get it. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Lovely. Look forward to seeing you on it. In it. I love you, Rauno. Rauno's so popular now. If you want to be more popular, Rauno, you need to turn up to things so I can film you. Put you on the channel more.
Yeah.
You disappear once, you can disappear again.
I wonder where Rauno's gone.
Where he's gone? He's probably gone, idiots, and turned off his TV. No.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
Oh no, were you getting over bronchitis recently? You were having... Oh no, that's just his normal demeanor. That's just Rauno's cough. No, it's just for energy, isn't it, Lozo? His hacking and coughing.
Right. What do you reckon to this?
Percent chance of the Mitch Loz team sweeping this year: short, rogue, and 2 times Giants live.
Who thinks that Mitch can win all of these?
I think, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't bet against Mitch, would you? Based off of what has he won?
He's won the Arnolds, and he's won Worlds, and he won the Australian
International, and he won.
That's everything so far.
He won the Giants Live World Tour final. I think he's
that
won
was last year.
Yeah, but 4 out of his 5 last competitions.
It's not bad, is it?
That. It's a very good track record.
3 out of 3 so far. If he did the short, the rogue, and the 2 Giants lives that he's doing, where does that put him? Is that as good as Thor 2017?
18. 2017 is not Thor's best year.
It wasn't a bad year.
No, it was a good year, so to be fair.
Lynn's got a membership.
Lynn is now a member. There you go.
Thank you for
gifting Lynn a membership. Lynn, quickly watch all of the members only content while you still can. Yeah, no, I definitely think it puts him on par with Thor 2018, to be fair.
And then Thor comes back next year, and Mitch and Thor.
Apparently, Thor's going to make an announcement about what his new plans are, I guess. Obviously,
Just want to point out that Mitch Hooper is not a member of the channel.
And do you know what? I'm a member of Mitch's channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I go on his lives to support him.
There we go.
And be nice. I think his mum's a member, Bonnie, of our channel.
Rauno's reaction.
Laugh my ass off. Rauno loves it, really.
Quite a while away, but do you think the log lift world record will be broken this year?
That's in the Scotland show this time, isn't it? The log lift championships, yeah.
I think there's more chance of I don't know. Who at the moment
Luke would be there.
At the moment, I'm not seeing anyone like focusing on the log.
No.
So, I know Mitch could get himself to that kind of level. I genuinely
believe.
Maybe not this year, but I think it's possible. His improvement overhead has been very rapid.
What about Trey or Bobby?
I think, yeah, both, guys that if they set their mind to it, have a chance. We'll see. We will see. It's going to happen eventually, but I do prefer focusing on people winning shows most of the time. I genuinely, at the Deadlift World Champions, I want to see a good battle rather than everyone fail 505.
Yeah.
I'd rather see a real good deadlift contest.
I would really like to see people, I know I bleat on about it, but pick their own weights. So we don't just have 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I understand it as well, the reason that they don't, because of, just trying to get through it. But I would like to see some more variation with the weights, even. Just maybe a couple more options.
you want to try and say that?
Loz, where should I start? No, I'm not. I can't. Son of something. There you go.
Where should I start training wise to maybe get into strongman?
They're singing torics. Sorry.
What would you say to that? Best place.
Where should I training wise? Oh, you need to hire Coach Loz.
I think that's a good answer.
He'll do it all for you.
I was going to say start in the gym.
No,
it's probably a good place to start.
There you go. Well, probably.
Yeah, I just don't overthink it. I've been having this conversation with a lot of people recently, but I think people are massively overcomplicating strongman and training in general. Get in the gym, train, do it consistently for a certain amount of time, you're going to make progress. And, like Liz said, if you either get a coach or you just get advice from people that are a bit more experienced than you, don't do anything too stupid. Try and focus on good technique.
Well.
There's lots of free advice out there for people. We've put a lot of videos out. Mitch puts a lot of videos out. Rauno puts videos out. A lot of other people do. There's so much information online now that you can kind of find a lot.
The
Deadlift Bible is unbelievable. Yeah, so there's so much stuff out there to, help get started. But the key thing is consistency. Get in the gym, train 3 or 4 times a week. Do that every week for a good few years. Make sure you're eating reasonably well every day, and don't stress about it too much. Some people are, I want to be the world's strongest man. I'm going to train 8 times a week. I'm going to eat like Godzilla.
That was you.
And then literally like 3 weeks later, they've had one meal that day and they've only trained once that week.
Yeah.
And they don't train for 6 weeks. Then they get like, oh, I want to be the world's strongest man again. Yeah. So they have this stop-start attitude and they don't get anywhere. Consistency is key. And, if you keep putting the work in, you're going to get better.
Yes, Jane, there is a backlift t-shirt now, and Mrs. DS is going to be buying all the Auntie Liz merch as a birthday present to herself. Excellent. Thank you. Yes, if my sales could go above Loz's, that would be great. Disordered my Team Liz. Yay, well done. Thank you, Fred.
Team Liz merch is outselling Team Loz merch.
Yes.
Sounds of things.
I'd love to see Rauno get a guest invite to the Shaw Classic to break the Hummer Tie deadlift.
I think after killing Brian's chances at World's Strongest Man, Rauno will never be invited to the Shaw Classic.
What did Rauno say? I fucked up Brian Shaw. Oh, dearie me.
But I would love to see Rauno on the Hummer Tie deadlift.
Yes.
That is a lift that suits that man.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe if Rauno does the Hummer Tie deadlift, he could break the world record.
Yeah. Mitch's only weakness is cake. There you go.
Cake is not a weakness.
Mitch, if he does a clean sweep, he beats Thor. His only minor weakness is Fingal's fingers. Mitch's overhead deadlift, load, yoke, farmers, shield throwing are all phenomenal. Tell me Mitch's weakness.
Calling his fingers a weakness is kind of harsh. He's only done it once.
Yes, to be fair. I mean, he had that crappy finger he made. What was that? Broke the first time he used it, didn't he? Sorry, Mitch.
First time he sent me his finger's finger.
He nearly killed himself.
I was like, yeah, we're going to work on
that. Why is it rectangular? Why is it this long?
Hey, he did what he could do.
He did well, to be fair.
Still did well.
Yeah, he did.
There's not many people that can flip all the fingers first time they do it. You know, that's rare.
Thank you so much, Diego, for the super chat. I love the incline log ladder. So this was at UK Strongest Man, for those who don't know.
One guy nearly get killed.
Cillian, wasn't it? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Cillian, sorry. I wish more comps had it, especially ones I enter. Damn dizziness outside gets me every time. Yeah, it was an interesting event, wasn't it? I think they had a few problems with some of the equipment, though, with
from what I've heard,
like dents in the floor, stopping the truck from being able to be pulled. Apparently even Terry
with another guy couldn't budget.
Yeah, so then that's when you know there's a serious problem.
I'm not a fan of 4 trucks, because there is always variables.
Yeah, they're never exactly the same. Right, do you mind just taking over for 1
Sure. Alec has been asking this question quite a few times, I think. Loz, in your opinion, who are the top 10 greatest strongmen of all time? And if we can arrange a comp with 10 to 12 events with them in their prime shape, who would win? That's going to take way too much thinking for me to answer the event part. I've done a few videos on sort of greatest of all time. Obviously, that changes as time goes on. But, you know, the usual names that people kind of think of, I think Zadrunas, Brian Shaw, Mariusz Pudzianowski, Thor, Jean-Paul Sigmarsson, Magnus Fer Magnusson, Bill Kazmaier, all those kind of guys are going to go into that list. I may look at doing an updated type of a video like that in the future, because it's always fun. But yeah, it's a lot. We've got some incredible strongmen now that could end up being on that list. And nope, he's not. He needs to do some more work yet if he wants to get on there. But I'm sure he will. We've got to keep. I can't let Mitch have everything yet, because then he'll stop doing strongman, and we will want him to keep going. So, I'm going to set him a target to break every record there is, and then he can stop. I mean, it's a fair deal then. But yeah, it's a fun one. But we need. It's a question that certainly requires a little bit more time. But thank you for asking. Big Bang is missing Axel at shows recently. Seems everything is a log. Yeah, I like Axel. Axel's always a good one to see in a competition. Hot flipping mama. In the last Michigan Strongman comp, they had one finger. They just flipped it back and forth as many times in 1 minute. Yeah, that's an event I've seen many times. Fingers is a weird one. It's not an event I like seeing at smaller competitions, certainly not like regional or lower level competitions. Yes, and this is why. Fingers is a very dangerous event. If that thing comes crushing down, and I've been crushed by a type of finger, that if you don't have stoppers, that can kill someone. It's not like dropping a deadlift or a farmer's walk tripping over them or something. If that thing comes down dangerously, it will kill someone.
I can't remember what his injuries were, but some guy, he broke like all of his ribs, his legs, everything, because he was bent under it, wasn't he? I'd
warned the promoter beforehand that it was too heavy.
Yeah.
And they didn't listen.
No.
And there was kids
out,
like running around, and like no one was like, I got really angry at the time because I was genuinely worried about people, and unfortunately, it didn't work out well. So fingers is an event that I don't think should be at too many smaller shows. If it is, a lighter one for reps is much better than going for these heavy ones that you see in competition. It's an extremely dangerous event if it goes wrong. So it's one that I don't want to see at too many shows.
Yeah. Hello, Levi. Welcome to the chat. Hip flipping mama says you always call her hot flipping mama, but she'll take the compliment.
I'm pretty sure it's a hip, but if you heard hot, then we'll go with it.
Was it wishful thinking? Take it. He probably did say it. He says things all the time. Big Loz.
Hot flipping mum. It sounds good, I guess.
Yeah. 2023 World's Strongest Master. Hopefully.
Thank you.
Hopefully. We will see.
I'm kind of motivated now, I've got to say.
Good. You like the feeling of winning again?
Well, before the British Masters, someone said, "Good luck, Loz. I reckon you can come top 10." And I took offense to that.
I was like, Loz, I think it's a joke.
Well, it wasn't just one person. Like,
really?
Yeah. It's like, top 10?
Top 10?
I said, one of two things will happen at this competition. I will either win
or get
injured.
There is no alternative. Yeah.
Like,
that's
that's the problem, though. When I go into competitive mode, I change.
Yeah, you do.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, here to win.
Someone said, "Are you going to do a prediction for the Masters?" Like, no.
No. I wouldn't have been able to anyway.
Prediction.
I don't really.
Prediction is I'm going to win.
Yeah.
But obviously, the standard at the Worlds would be way higher. I don't mean that with any disrespect, but there are some
but it will be
incredible Masters.
Yeah.
But it's funny because people kind of like see Mark Felix and they're like, "Oh, if he does it, you've got no chance." I'm like, well, Mark and I have competed 21 times. I've won 14. He's won 7. Mm-hmm. And Mark is, he's a good strongman. I'm still a good strongman. I'm not good enough to be top 10 in the world. Mark Felix isn't good enough to be top 10 in the world.
Yeah.
And I openly say this week in, week out. I think I could train and come lower to mid-table in a Giants Live.
Yeah.
What I can't do is challenge to be on a podium and win a Giants Live anymore. So that's why I did retire. I don't think there's any hope in hell of me training I could train as hard as I want to, risk my health, my life, and still come mid-table in a Giants Live. Mm. So, whereas the Masters shows, it's a bit lighter. it's a bit more competitive for me. I do have a realistic chance of getting on podiums and doing well, and I can do it at a healthier body weight and lifestyle. So that's why I'm enjoying it, and as long as I enjoy it, then I'll compete. But I won't be going to World's Strongest Man just to make up numbers, because it just doesn't interest me.
Disfire, big up Loz on getting the Masters title. I was rooting for you the whole time and nearly threw my phone when you won. Glad you didn't.
Were you going to throw it at me if I didn't win? Please don't.
We are not liable. Good night, Fred. Have a
Take care,
rest
Fred.
of your day.
Cousin Fred, much better than Daddy Fred.
Yeah. Wasn't comfortable with that, Fred. I'm
just going to call a hot flipping mama. It's just going to be done now.
Yeah. Congrats on the win, Loz. What event do you think is technically the toughest in strongman, or maybe gets tougher with age? Technically is
an interesting question, because
what's like the most technical event in strongman, would you say? Would it be something like dumbbell?
Dumbbell's quite technical. Axle's quite technical. Nothing's that technical.
No.
I think we as coaches and strongmen and fans try and give strongman more credit than probably we should. I see a lot of videos from coaches and athletes trying to make out that they're some kind of
doing quantum physics or something with their programming.
Guys, it's strongman. Stop overthinking it.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated. In terms of what gets tougher with age, that's probably a better question. What doesn't get better is our joints tend to get much less better.
Yeah.
So what do I find harder? So for me, some events that I find much harder now, squatting is harder for me than it was when I was younger, due to a couple of injuries that I've had. I don't know. It's not necessarily because of age. It's more because of injuries. Same like truck pull now is much harder for me since I tore my Achilles. Dumbbell is harder, as is axle, due to mobility issues. Again, it seems to be more mobility than technique as such.
Yeah.
I've had to change my technique, which has been quite hard, because for so many years you ingrain a certain way of lifting, and now I'm having to alter the way I did things to try and get the best out of my body, what my body will allow me to do now. It depends on what kind of lifter you are. I would say the lighter weight athletes tend to be technically better lifters, because they have to, and they should, rightly so, be trying to get every muscle fiber in their body into movements. But I will also say, sometimes when you are so technically trained, you are not very adaptable. So when an implement is different in a competition, it throws people off completely. For my focus as a strongman is it's important to be adaptable, because every show that you go to is going to be different in terms of equipment. You'll go to a competition and a log, the diameter will be different, the handle width will be different, the log will be different, the implements that you use, the farmers, some of them are thinner handles, some of them are wider handles, some of them are shorter implements, some of them are longer implements, some of them wider implements.
It could be a different color.
You could be on a flooring that isn't particularly kind of flat. You could be leaning forward slightly, leaning backwards slightly, leaning to the side. And that's why a lot of powerlifters struggle with strongman, because they want things to be perfect. They want the best flooring, they want the same bar, they want calibrated weights. And that just doesn't happen in strongman competitions. You've got to be able to adapt to different things. And I think that's why I'm quite good at strongman. Like, I don't even get fazed by being outside doing a log. If you watch a lot of the guys on the weekend, they would have worn glasses to have a point to focus on. It's never bothered me, because I was always competing outside when I started in so many competitions with different events. And it's something I had a lot of my guys with me on the weekend. I was trying to show them that you just got to chill and move on when things don't always go perfectly.
Yeah. Tom's saying that your wheelchair strongman client who broke the truck pull world record was incredible. That's the seated bull. How long have you trained him for?
I've been training Dave for about 2 years.
Yeah,
quite a while now. Yeah. Dave's awesome. He's such a piss taker though.
Yeah, he's terrible.
So
Did he do a fake proposal? But he got out of his wheelchair on one knee.
His wife was there, got onto his one knee. They've been married 16 years. He got onto his knee and took his gum shield out of its case to give it to her.
Then is it true that the loaders had to get him back into his chair?
But Dave's awesome. He really is.
Hilarious.
Very, very, very strong guy. and working hard and doing so much to inspire people. I love kind of coaching Dave, because for me as a coach, it makes me think outside the box. Again, I sort of mentioned that adaptability. You can't teach a disabled athlete to lift the same as other people, so you have to think differently. But yeah, he's the world's strongest disabled athlete in the seated class. Amazing guy, inspiring people. I train a few disabled guys, and they are one of the reasons I'm back competing. If they can do it, then what the hell's my excuse? I've had some nasty injuries. These guys have had worse. At least I've still got the ability to do things that they can't, and they're not making excuses. So what's my excuse? So yeah, I love working with those guys.
I was just remembering, where were we? Was it Texas when we trained with
Stephen?
You know what I'm thinking of, doing the yoke.
I'm a piss taker too.
He's an amputee.
If you're going to have me coach you, and we're going to develop a relationship, you have to be okay with some banter. Like Mitch will tell you, Rauno will tell you, if you're friends with someone and you kind of develop a relationship, you can't be too serious all the time.
What are you saying to your amputee client on the yoke?
Well, normally when you're doing like a yoke, I'm like, fast feet. Yeah. So with him, was like, fast foot. And he's damn fast, isn't he?
He's so
he's
fast.
Fucking rapid.
He's really fast. And he just competes in open weight, doesn't he?
He does both. He does both. He competes in the disabled class, but he's
awesome.
done many just normal comps as well. Yeah, he's awesome.
Gutted I missed you in Gloucester. Where's the best place for me to find out events? You should follow Unbreakable Promotions.
They've still got 3 more comps or 2 more comps.
They've got the Strongman Champions League, which will be in Gloucester, the same place at the docks, and also
they've got the qualifier for the Strongman Champions League.
The qualifier, June. Yes, yeah. So if you follow them on Facebook,
June 24th,
something like that, Facebook and Instagram. Unbreakable
June 24th
Promotions
is their next comp, and then the SCL that's got Gav Bilton, Pavlo Kordiaka,
Ivers probably. So
I'm not sure if Ivor's doing it because he's got the Shore Classic.
Oh yeah, do you know what? I think he's not doing it because of that reason. Yeah.
But there's a good list of other athletes doing it. But is it August?
That one's
or September.
August. It's the same weekend as OSG Europe's, isn't it? Monica Baker's here. I made it. I'm super late, but I made it. We are glad you were here, Monica. Loz, can you make a video in the future about a dream comp with the 10 greatest?
Absolutely.
There you go. There we are. Right. Shall we knock off then, Lozzie? Because I don't know about you, but I'm knackered. Sorry, Monica. They both just made it. You have to watch it on playback. We're not chipmunks tonight, though. We've had some lovely guest appearances from Mitch and Rauno.
We have indeed.
Yeah, so it's been a fun one, isn't it?
Thank you guys for joining us.
It's been a long weekend.
Thank you for those that have gone and bought some of Liz's new merch. She'll be super happy now.
Look forward to seeing. I'm waiting for mine to come.
Yeah, you can wear it then.
Yeah, yes, I will.
Team Loz. We'll have to have some battles, some Team Loz versus Team Liz battles.
Yes, and I will win. Right. Thank you all for joining in, and we will catch you guys very, 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 very
soon. Take it easy, guys. Thank you very much.
Wait.